One Nation Leader Pauline Hanson, the woman of the moment, joins us live again from Queensland. Pauline, your polling success, it just continues to dominate the national conversation. The Sky News Pulse poll, our latest poll, shows that you're at 24%. Now, that is down 4, but it's still significant. It's still ahead of the coalition. And interestingly, Labor down below 30% for the first time. So this shows that you've turned federal politics into a 3-horse race.
Well, we've turned politics into a fact that people actually have an alternative now to vote. And I believe that One Nation has been setting the agenda for the other two political parties, where they've just been disregarded the Australian people out there, listening to their concerns, and they're realising that if they want to hold on to their voters, they really need to put out decent policies and start representing the Australian people.
Yeah, some of your policies are... there's one I want to ask you about straight up, and that is income splitting. People are talking about that again. I know you've proposed it for a long while. But this is not a new idea. This was looked at so often during the Howard government years, but they considered it was too expensive, that it would cost too much to the federal revenue coffers. Have you costed what revenue splitting would do for the revenue streams of the federal government?
Chris, we haven't, because we're a minor party and we weren't a parliamentary party just prior to Barnaby coming on board. We don't have these avenues open to us to have anything costed. So now that we are a parliamentary party, I have been advised that that is available to us now to have things costed, and it's expected of us being a parliamentry party now.
Yeah, well, you've got to get the Parliamentary Budget Office to cost that then. It's going to cost too much. I mean, as you're saying then, you've been pushing a policy whose cost is unknown. So it gets real when you know the cost.
Hold on a minute. Chris, hold on a minute. You opened up your program saying that the Labor Party said they're going to save $275 a year in electricity costs.
Yeah,
well, now it's more than doubled by what people are saying.
Absolutely.
How many of these other things have been costed? Tell me about the Snowy scheme. That was supposed to cost $2 billion under Turnbull. Now it's going to blow out to $40 billion by the time they do the transmission lines. So don't have a go at us that we haven't costed anything. I tell you what, it will help a lot because it will keep these people at home, these parents home, which will save us in childcare as well, which is our government's opened up now. Anyone can get free childcare in this country for a few hours a week, for so many hours a week.
Pauline, just on this, as you know, I've been critical of Labor relentlessly about what they've done with energy and the broken promise. I've also been critical of the Coalition and Labor over Snowy 2.0 and the constant cost blowouts. I can't keep being critical of those and not point out that you're proposing a massive taxation change here, but it's uncosted.
It's uncosted, but if you have a look at our other savings in the budget, which is $90 billion a year, and to bring down electricity by 20% immediately if we actually followed our policies. So I suggest to people, go and have a look at our policies. I can't think of his name, Crichton, he's actually come out and said they're really good policies. Adam Crichton has come out and said they're really good policies on One Nation's website, and other people are crediting us with good policies. Chris, we will have these things, costed by all means, but it is a policy that we need to look at, and I intend to look at further taxation relief to Australians out there. They can go and work extra hours, more than 38 hours a week, and not be taxed to the hilt. In the last, since 2007, we've actually had 16% tax rises for the average person out there, and government spending is double at 32%. So rein in your government spending, because they can't, they're spending taxpayers' income faster than we're giving it to them. That's why you're going to have many problems that are going to come up in this next budget. The government has to look at another avenue of getting more taxes. So it's either going to be death duties or it's going to be capital gains tax. And I warn people, your capital gains tax is not only going to be on the home or investment property, it's going to be right across the board, whether you invest in shares, gold, anything else. Any investment, it's right across the board.
Look out. We're all worried about that. I hate it when you get cranky at me, Pauline, because what happened was last week or the week before, before you got cranky when I asked a question about policy, and I got praised by the ABC's Media Watch, and nothing makes me more uncomfortable than getting praise from the ABC. So just go easy. There's lots to talk about, and we want to get answers to it all. Let me show you what happened with the Prime Minister today. He did one of those rapid response little interview things at this function, Future Victoria, today, and your name came up. Have a look.
One Nation voters.
Frustrated.
Pauline Hanson.
Divisive.
Barnaby Joyce.
You know, I can't do that in one word. I am just looking forward to the Barnaby Joyce v Pauline Hanson. You know it's coming.
OK, let me give you your chance, Pauline. Anthony Albanese.
Well, if you want to use divisive for me, I'd say he's been the most divisive Prime Minister we have ever had in this country.
There you go. With
the Voice, with the anti-Semitism, everything that's happened, I just feel that he has divided this nation. He's pitted Australian against Australian, and it's a shame. Our country is nowhere near what it was before he took the reins of being Prime Minister of this country. Many people feel that way. It's a shame. It's
not been this divided in my lifetime, that's for sure. So that is a fair comment indeed. Yeah. I think he's very weak, and that's why we're so divided.